Well, after seeing this movie, I finally decided to buy this hulking beast. Hey, gotta start somewhere. The Fabelmans. So The Fablemans is a new film based on the childhood of Steven Spielberg. It's directed by him as well as written by him and stars Gabriel Lebelle, Michelle Williams, and Paul Dano. Growing up in post-World War II era Arizona, young Sammy Fableman aspires to become a filmmaker as he reaches adolescence, but soon discovers a shattering family secret that threatens to rip his family apart. When I heard about the Fablemans, I was absolutely excited. I love Spielberg and most of his work, but the idea behind the Fablemans just really kind of struck me to my core. If you know me or have been following me for a very long time, then you pretty much already know that I have a passion for filmmaking. I mean, it's the whole reason I started this channel, and plus I have ambitions about becoming a director one day. And I think that's why I got really excited for the Fablemans, because when I saw the trailer for this movie, I saw myself in it. And after seeing the Fablemans, all I can really say about this movie is just wow. Don't think I've seen a single film this year that has spoken to me more than The Fablemans has. The Fablemans is just a very rich, intriguing, and relatable coming-of-age story about one of the greatest minds to ever grace the film industry. And I saw this with my mom because she knows I really wanted to see this. We were both laughing, crying, and we were just mesmerized by what we were watching. It's a story about a kid that just wants to make movies, but everyone around him just kind of sees it as child's play. He's doubted and put down and told multiple times that he's being selfish even though it's the thing that he loves the most. And I think that's why I connected so much with this movie, because when I watched it, I was able to draw this very big parallel between myself and Sammy Fableman. I've had conversations with people in my family about being a filmmaker and trying to convince them that that's what I really want to do with my life and that it's not a pipe dream. I get it. It's not just a hobby or something I want to do in my spare time. No, this is something I want to be my career and something that's going to feed my family. I know that when people go to see this movie, I'm not going to be the only one that's going to be able to relate to Sammy. I feel that if you're a filmmaker or someone who aspires to work in that field, then you're probably going to enjoy this movie more than a general audience. And another thing that really makes this movie work is the family dynamic between all the characters. They all have a certain charm and likability about them that makes them feel real and authentic. As much as this movie is about a boy's dream of making movies, it's also a movie about family and what happens when family bonds are tested. I personally think there's not a bad performance in this movie. Gabriel Lebelle does extremely well as Sammy Fableman, and I'm extremely impressed because it would have been really easy for his character to kind of come off as a little bit self-absorbed, but he doesn't. He comes off as super likable and just very passionate. So passionate that even Judd Hirsch, who needs a Best Supporting Actor award because he's great for the 10 minutes he's in here, looks at Sammy and goes, you know, I think you love this movie thing more than you love your family. And of course, Sammy's just like, what? What? No way. What? I mean, yeah, I love it, but I love my family too. What? No, you're crazy. There's a very underlying message about how things you love can sometimes become your entire focus. And when that thing becomes your entire focus in life, sometimes it can put a really big strain on your personal life. Sometimes even destroying relationships with people that care about you. Because while you're there physically, up here you might not be. It's a very cautionary message, and I really think that's where Paul Dano, Sammy's dad, really comes into play. Paul Dano is very good as well, but when you look at him in this movie, he's ultimately kind of a mirror of what Sammy could turn into. He's got a great job, he loves his job, and he's able to provide for his family, but he's so obsessive and into it that he's never really around. And that absence ultimately begins to kind of tear his family apart. I'm not going to spoil exactly what happens, but let's just say Michelle Williams definitely needs an Oscar nomination because she's just so great here. The level of emotion and flair that she brings to her performance and her character is just unreal. And what's crazy is this kind of thing does happen in the real world, and it especially happens to filmmakers, and I think that's something every filmmaker out there can kind of relate to. Your life is constantly in flux because as a filmmaker, you're constantly having to find that balance between your work and your home life. Family is a very important thing, and nothing should ever be more of a priority. Do what you love doing, yes, but don't let it take over your life. Make time for the ones that love you and share that dream with them that you've worked so hard to accomplish. As someone who wants to make movies one day, it's a very thought-provoking message. It's all communicated through Sammy, who once again is pretty much an avatar for everybody like me. Am I gonna get lost in my work one day? I hope not, but it's something every aspiring filmmaker should be aware of, and at its core, this message is the true beauty behind the Fablemans. In the end, guys, the Fablemans is an experience that I'll never forget. It's definitely my third favorite movie of 2022, for sure. The performances are great, and I think the message and lesson behind this movie is something everybody needs to hear. And I'll be honest with you guys, after walking out of this movie, I feel just more determined than ever to go out there and accomplish my dream of becoming a director. You know, kind of like Sammy, when I talk to my family about this, it's not a pipe dream. This is something I really want to do. It's the whole reason I started this channel in the first place. And I just hope one day that I can take my ideas and my dreams and, you know, my visions for these stories that I want to tell and just get them out there in the world for everybody to see. And yeah, I just want to leave my mark before I'm gone one day. And I want my kids to be able to look at whatever I do and go, you know what? My dad did that, and I'm very fucking proud of him. This movie is a gift from the gods. And I was starting to get choked up there at the end. But yeah, well, holy shit. All right, but once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And thank you guys so much for joining me on my review for the Fablemans. I've been wanting to talk about this one for a while, and I'm so glad I finally got a chance to check it out. You know, like I said, I think this movie's really made me open my eyes and think more about what I need to do to accomplish my goal and accomplish what I want to do with my life. And, you know, that's why I'm getting the camera. I want to start next year in 2023, and I want to start as fast as I can, because I feel like if I don't start soon, then I'll never get the chance again. Anyway, thank you guys so much again for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, I'm the Unbiased Movie Nerd, saying peace, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace out, everybody.